I'm Rebecca Simon reporting live from KBBR Newsroom. This afternoon, we are interrupting your program for an important news report on co-teaching, which has become more and more prevalent as classrooms across the nation continue to change in response to federal legislation. Co-teaching specifically helps with the response to the legislation of Individuals with Disabilities Education Act, as it is designed to create an inclusive classroom environment. A research article by Thousand, Villa, and Nevin describes co-teaching as when two or more people share responsibility for teaching some or all of the students assigned to a classroom. A specific form of co-teaching includes team teaching, which they describe as co-teachers jointly plan, teach, assess, and assume responsibility for all the students in the classroom. You may find yourself asking what this has to do for you as a viewer. Well, quite honestly, your child or children or future children may experience a classroom setting of co-teaching. Or if you are planning to become a teacher or already are a teacher, you can learn about what may be coming your way or tweet your opinion if you are currently or have previously taught in a co-teaching environment. And if you say, I don't have children, or my children are already out of the school system, I would say to you, what is your tax money going towards? Is it useful? Is it positively affecting the children who are and will one day be leaders? Please join us in this special program as we discuss the new and growing strategy impacting education today. We now welcome Dr. Kiri Conformative and Dr. Brittany Repugnant, lead researching experts in the field of education. Thank you for being willing to debate this matter with us today. How does co-teaching impact students who are part of the special education curriculum?
It allows opportunities for students with disabilities to be involved with a challenging curriculum and receive quality instruction from not one, but two certified teachers. It is the most effective form and can promote equitable learning opportunities for all students.
The students and the teachers will only receive maximum benefits if both teachers actively co-plan, co-instruct, and co-assess. When does that happen?
What are strengths or challenges for students in regards to co-teaching?
There are many things to consider when looking at the benefits of co-teaching, but one of the first elements to consider is how the consumers of the students view their instruction. The main two benefits the students perceived from co-teaching were decreased wait time for assistance and recognizing that students who need help can get help. Other benefits include more positive peer relationships between students with disabilities and those without disabilities. Each of the students on average receive more teacher time and attention, which can increase student interaction, motivation, and effort.
Although research may say such promising claims about the majority of students' views of co-teaching, the perceptions vary from classroom to classroom. This includes the willingness to ask for assistance and acceptance of instruction and discipline. When teachers' roles are considered to aid or to assist, students recognize the differentiated status, which is why researchers say parity or equality regarding status is a significant issue in co-teaching. It is only when inclusion is seen in both the students and teacher roles that co-teaching can be fully successful. Special education co-teachers can be seen as a teacher to only help students with special needs by students who are not in special education. The students who are in special education may not want to ask for help or extra assistance due to these negative peer connotations, especially in the upper levels.
How else can students benefit from the exposure to multiple teachers in one classroom environment?
Students are exposed to a variety of teaching styles and perspectives and teacher personalities. With multiple instructors, they are likely to have different fields of expertise through their training and interests, which can lead to shared teaching as the one of the interest or expertise in a certain topic will be the one to instruct the students.
Student exposure to a variety of teaching styles, perspectives, and teacher personalities can create new and beneficial learning experiences, but it also can negatively impact students who cannot quickly adjust from differing style to differing style. As styles, perspectives, and teacher personalities change, expectations also may vary and confuse the students.
Class sizes have been increasing as educational budget cuts have been made. How does co-teaching impact this matter?
As class size continue to increase, the presence of two teachers can offer great benefits for student supervision during direct instruction and laboratory activities.
Scheduling and staffing issues in many schools restrict special education teachers from being a part of one particular classroom for an entire day, which may make co-teaching for an entire day every day impossible in some schools.
What are the strengths or challenges for instructors in regards to co-teaching?
Researchers discovered teachers benefit from co-teaching with increased flexibility with time and reduced workload due to collaboration. Though collaboration, teachers also benefit from the mentoring that occurred during the different aspects of expertise, which broaden their current views. Combined perspective between the teachers can lead to new and effective solutions to problems with classroom management and student learning that may arise. This collaboration could motivate the general education teacher to take special education courses, enlarging the pool of candidates for co-teaching. I think it is also important to note that teachers do not have to have the same teaching philosophy to be successful together. They can help expand each other's views by sharing insights on content and pedagogy.
With two teachers, there can be more confusion with mixed communication. Teachers need to interact, collaborate, and coordinate more closely than ever before. In studies, extra time for structured planning and collaboration is needed for communication, which can add complexity to planning and assessing, especially in the beginning. Incompatibility, poor communication, and a need to adjust personal style can lead to frustration and less freedom in the eyes of some teachers.
How does this impact teachers' relationships with their colleagues?
Teachers reported being happier and not feeling so isolated because they have communication with their co-teachers and can share and reflect on instructional practices. In reality, it offers professional development opportunities on a daily basis through these collaboration sessions. By bouncing ideas off of each other, they can explain items more clearly for all learners, who they may have reached if they are teaching individually.
The end result might produce teachers who feel less isolated and more happy. However, general and special education teachers often feel vulnerable in co-teaching because they are forced to expose their teaching strengths and weaknesses. Special education teachers placed in upper-level science and math courses feel intimidated or embarrassed when they do not understand the content. In order to reach the state where teachers feel comfortable with the co-teaching environment, they need to receive support from general education teachers, online resources, or formal courses.
Do you have any last remarks to leave our viewers with?
I cannot deny the overall benefits of co-teaching, but it is only when the challenges are examined and responded to that co-teaching can be more effectively implemented. In most research cases, teachers receive no professional development in various approaches of co-teaching, meaning they do not have the opportunity to observe models of successful co-teaching before they are thrown into the environment themselves.
Co-teaching helps to individualize instruction, scaffold learning experience, and modern student understanding. Overall research has shown co-teaching to have decreased referrals for inclusive education and behavioral services. There are fewer disruptive problems and increased number of students qualifying for gifted and talented education services. It has been attributed to increased overall student achievement for both students with and without disabilities.
Thank you to Kiri and Brittany for sharing your thoughts and feelings on the co- and team teaching manner. In the studio with me now is Dr. W., who is currently a college professor here at Bloomsburg University and who was previously involved with co-teaching. Thank you for joining us today. As we delved deeper into the topic of co- and team teaching. You not only heard the strengths and drawbacks from our lead researching experts, but also listened to the live interview with Dr. W., who shared her experience in the teaching field with co-teaching.
Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to come on the interview. I think it is extremely important for the viewers to understand what their children may be experiencing now or in the future, and what their tax money is going towards in the school programs.
How many years have you been teaching?
Since 1991, so 21 years now? Wow.
Where have you taught and what grades?
I taught in a residential setting for 13 to 15-year-olds that were not in a certain grade, taught mostly 8th grade along with some 4th and 6th. I taught emotional support for 6th to 8th combined and a learning support class for 4th and 5th grade.
How would you define co-teaching?
Co-teaching is a collaborative approach to provide instruction to students. It is completed balance, whereas all responsibilities are shared, and it is comprised of 2 certified teachers, not a para-educator and a teacher. Each teacher has his or her own skill set and areas of strength to bring to the classroom.
Have you ever implemented co-teaching in your classroom? If so, what was your experience with it? Did students' performance improve?
Yes, students' performance improved. They are more focused because there is more give and take, being that there are two professionals in the class. If the co-teachers work well together, then the students want to come to class. It works as motivation.
There are 6 co-teaching models, the first one being 1 teach, 1 assist, where one teacher holds the primary responsibility in the classroom and the other teacher circulated the room, providing assistance when needed. The second one being 1 teach, 1 observe, where the one teacher instructs the class while the other teacher observes and gathers data. The third form is station teaching, where content is divided between the 2 teachers and stations are developed. Each teacher is in charge of a station. Students rotate to teacher stations and to an independent station. The fourth form is alternative teaching, where one teacher instructs the large group and the other teacher instructs a smaller group with an alternative lesson. The fifth form is parallel teaching, where both teachers teach a lesson at the same time to the divided class. The sixth form is team teaching, where both teachers work to instruct the whole class at the same time. Which form did you and your fellow co-teacher fall under?
Combination of the forms depending on what was needed in the classroom, what the lessons required, or what the students needed. Co-teaching can be flexible and fit the needs of not only a specific class, but a specific lesson.
Do you think co-teaching and team teaching is beneficial to students, and why?
Absolutely, because 2 heads are better than 1, and students benefit from 2 experts and their 2 different personalities. There is a greater likelihood that the 2 different personalities will match those of the students within the classroom.
Can you list some positives and negatives you and your colleagues have expressed or experienced with co-teaching?
Yes, for some pros, there's collaborativeness. Ideas that may be hard for me to come up with, a colleague may not have, and vice versa. Cons, if you have 2 clashing personalities, not the best personalities to be working together, and different views on things such as grading.
Do you think co-teaching and team teaching is going to be more prevalent in the future?
Definitely. I think it is more prevalent than it was when I was doing it.
Thank you once again for sharing your expertise with our viewers today, Dr. W. And thank you, viewers, for joining us with our co-teaching special. Today we heard what co-teaching is, why it is important, what benefits and challenges it brings, and about a personal experience with a teacher who experienced co-teaching. Thank you. A research article by Thousand Island, oh my gosh. Welcome Kyrie and Brittany. Did I say that wrong? Kiri.
Teachers. It is the most effective form, and it can oh my God, I suck at this so bad. I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay.